Welcome to 3D Printing Genius. I am your host, Eric Bauman, and I am the genius of this channel. As you can tell by how my tie is tied nicely in a knot and by the spectacles that I wear. We're going to be doing a little unboxing video for this first video, and so what we're going to be unboxing is the BLtouch, the Orbiter Extruder, the version 2, as well as the Duex5 expansion board. So I picked these all up on Filastruder.com. They are the legal, or not really legal, but an authorized dealer of the Duet boards. So what I have is a Duet 2 board, and that's what these are all going to be hooking up to. And these are going to be going on a special printer, which is going to be having a video made on it here soon, but I can't tell you much about that because that would spoil the surprise. So without further ado, let's get into unboxing these. So I think what we're going to start with is the Orbiter Extruder. So I mean, first looks, it looks pretty good packaging. You can see there's a lot of foam. It's nice and taped shut. It's not going to fall out. It's not really coming in damaged or anything. So let's cut the tape. Got my handy dandy box knife. Oh my, I can't cut tape. Alright. So, as soon as we open up the package, we got a little instruction booklet. Not too much there. First looks. It looks pretty nice. I mean, it's well packaged. It's not really loose in there. It's not too tight that you have to like struggle to get it out. The wires are all nicely put in there. Yeah. Looks like there's a little connector, which is nice, so you don't have to make your own connector. It comes with a little Allen wrench. I'm sure that's for the bolts. And yeah, it's got a nice little foam packaging box. Let's see here. This is a very tiny extruder. Like, this is ridiculously small. I am thoroughly impressed, to be honest with you. And it is super light. One of the main reasons that I like this is this loading mechanism for the filament. You have your little pressure tension here, and instead of like a normal spring like your normal extruders that come with your 3D printers, this has an actual spring where you can adjust. So if you're grinding and you need to reduce the tension or something, or like you're doing TPU and it'll clog in there, you can just twist your screw right here and it'll loosen the tension. So I think that's super cool. You got your filament clip here. You got your tiny motor. This thing is very small, if you can tell by the relationship to my finger. It's pretty solid. The what do you call it? Take the plastic, you go. You know what I mean? Yeah, the injection mold. There we go. That's the words. Genius here, by the way, as you can tell by my tie and my glasses, my specs. Yeah, injection mold's pretty solid. The gears look nice. These are, I believe, the new version. The old version, we were using the copied version of Bondtech gears, which people weren't too happy with, but to me, that doesn't really matter. Let's see here. I gotta figure out how to crack this thing open. So I think to open this, you have to unscrew this, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and it's got this new washer on here, which I believe makes it more of a captive spring and system, so it doesn't want to fall off, which is, I guess, a complaint that people had before. So now that that's off, there's your gear. So your filament is going to ride right in that little groove. It's kind of hard to tell, but that's where it's going to go. It's dual gear. I believe only one of them is driven, yeah. this one spins freely. So it's a single drive gear, but it's got 2 gears, which is nice. Planetary gears, I don't really want to crack this open, but I think I might as well. So we're going to take our Allen key. Slowly unscrew this. Alright, so now we got those out. You can see this is your motor. It is very small. It's got a very small gear. So this has a planetary gearbox. So you can get the most amount of torque with the least amount of space out of your tiny little motor. And then if we take off this plate very carefully, you can see how the planetary gears work. So these gears are going to rotate like this around inside of here, making being spun by this motor. And that's what's going to give you so much torque to your drive gear. So this is a very small, compact, and light way to do this, which for me, it's a must, because I'm trying to go for a super light head, that way I can print super fast. It looks solid. The gears are plastic, but, so, I mean, that means that they're going to wear, but I'm not too worried about it. If need be, I'll just 3D print another one or something. So yeah, it looks pretty solid to me so far. I'm going to put this back on. Try and get my gears to line up. There we go. It's pretty simple tear down so far, as you can tell. Put this in there, and then we just got those screws to put in. Alright, so we got those screws back in. Let's take a look at the underside. So underneath, you can see that the gears line up very well, as they should, I would hope at least. It looks like in the new revision, they actually have a piece of metal and plastic that extends up into the gears. So it kind of creates a V between your gears. So if your gears are right here, they're turning, your filament's being pushed out. There used to be a big gap here, so like flexible materials, they would push out and that would cause them to jam, which is not good for printing flexibles, obviously. So I believe they fixed that in this new revision, which is very nice to see. Yeah, you can kind of see it in here, very difficult, but there is a little metal piece in there that the filament will slide into, which is a huge improvement. I believe also in the version 2 they did this low profile Teflon tube dealio, so kind of nice. I'm not sure, it's not really necessary for what I'm doing, but if you're a Bowden or not Bowden, sorry, what am I thinking? But yeah, this is where your filament will come in at. Yeah, so I'm going to be putting a mosquito hot end on the bottom of this. Not the actual mosquito, it'll be a mosquito clone, because I'm broke and don't have that much money to spend on an actual mosquito hot end. So yeah. Overall review, so far it looks very nice. It's very compact and very solid. You know, it's a nice clean build, which I like. There's not a bunch of, you know, random screws lying around. There's like, what, 2 screws to take off the motor, and everything else just fits together like it should. So yeah, I'm very impressed with this so far. Let's take a look at the instructions. Probably should have done that first, but I didn't. Oh well. So, thank you for ordering your yeah. So this is nice. They have base configurations. So like it shows you your steps, like what your maximum feed is, like all your specs of your motor and your extruder, which is super nice. And they have it for all your different types of firmware. So they have rep, they have Clipper, what else do they have? Maybe that's it. Oh yeah, and they have Marlin down there. So that's super nice. It really helps you out. You don't have to go search online or anything. They just have it right there. What else do they have? It kind of shows you This shows you your resistors for your drivers, or like common ones at least. Maybe not all of them. And yeah. So that's really nice. I think the overall manual of it, pretty well. It's easy to read. It's very flexible, I guess. Yeah. So let's move on to the BLtouch. So this says Winston brushless fan. I'm not exactly sure why. I don't know if they just used a different box or something, but yeah. I don't know. Anyways, let's take a peek in here. So there was tape on this earlier. I got a little excited before the video and did a little, you know, but I haven't looked at it yet. I just cut the tape and I was like, oh man, I should make a video. So I made a video. So first look, this is how it's packaged. You got your wires. You got your BLtouch sensor right here. And it looks like they sent, okay. So what I'm seeing here is they just grabbed a random box and threw all their stuff in there. Which is not a bad, like, deal, I guess. But, like, it's not. So Ant Clabs is who I bought this from. And they sent it in a Winston box. Kind of weird. They also sent me some connectors and stuff for the Duex5. But we'll get to that when we get to the Duex5. So, here's how the BLtouch sensor is packaged. Pretty nice. The foam is nice. It's all encased, which is very good. It's not going to get damaged in shipping. There's not really an easy way to open this that I can see, so I'm just going to do a little cut right there. When you open it up, you can see the BLtouch right there. Unwrap this. Where are these wires going? Kind of got an interesting packaging system. Just how they did it all. It's not bad, just different. So the actual sensor is very small. You got your little probe, right? So when you're going to go down, boom, it hits it. You got your wires. Looks like they sent a little mounting kit, maybe? And some pins. Not quite sure what that's for. They got some springs and some more pins, I guess. So if you need to make your own or something. Not exactly sure. They sent some more wires. I don't know much about the BLtouch, to be honest with you. You can see it just connects right in there. And this will just mount to the bottom of your extruder or hot end. So imagine this is your assembly right here, right? You're going to go, and your Z probe will be on there. So you go, just like that. So yeah, overall, so far, pretty good. And yeah. Put that back in there, set this off to the side. And next we have the Duex5 expansion board. So the Duet3D board system is a little confusing to me. It took some time to figure out, but I believe this should work with the Duet 2 board. And it will give me like 5 more steppers, I believe, which I'll use for extruders and for the printer. And yeah, so let's open this up. This was not taped, by the way. It just came in this box. Not a big deal. You got some foam on top. Everything looks kind of thrown in there at the moment. You got your ribbon cable, some more connectors, some more pins. Let's see, we got a little thank you card and a sticker. Stickers are important. They increase the value of your printer by at least $300. So always save your stickers and put it on your printer. Big deal right there. Now we got the main thing, the Duex5. So this is the expansion board for the Duet 2, like I said earlier. Pretty nicely wrapped so far. It's got a little sticker on the back, little barcode actually. And there it is. Looks pretty nice. It's nice and clean. I like how they have all their pins. There's no soldering that you're gonna have to do, which is very nice. Obviously, you might have to solder for like your wires and doing custom stuff, but this should have all your pinouts that you need. I believe it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new steppers. It also comes with all your thermistor, heaters, fans, a whole bunch of different things. So that's really nice. It's like having a whole new board basically, but you're going to control it with the Duet 2. So you're going to have a whole bunch of motors that you can control, which is very nice. You got your main power here. This is, I believe, your heaters, if I ain't mistaken. I don't remember what these are. I'd have to look back at the manual. All their pinouts and everything is on their site. It's super easy to find, which is super nice because, you know, some people would like to get super technical. And so it shows you exactly what every pin does. So like this one right here, this very, very small pin right there on the very corner of this stepper, it'll tell you if that's like A1, A2, or A prime, or whatever the stepper stuff is. Or if it's a ground, or if it's a heater. It even, so it breaks it down into like, this is extruder 1, extruder 2. And then under that, it's got each pin labeled for extruder 1. It's got like your positive and negatives, your heaters, and what goes where. So it's super nice. They have a whole documentation PDF dealio on their website. It's very nice. It's very, not graphical, but, you know, it's got the graphics that shows you what's, yeah. Anyways, very nice. I've been pretty impressed with their board so far. I haven't gotten to use it as I don't have my printer up and running yet, but we will soon. And you guys are going to be following along in a video, so yeah. Connectors, pretty standard. I mean, it's going to fit on there. That's what they do. They better fit on there at least, or else we're going to have issues. Yeah, so this ribbon cable right here, it's just a 40-pin ribbon cable, I believe. It goes right in here, just like that. And then this will go over to your Duet 2 main board. And this is how they talk to each other. And so, yeah, pretty snazzy. It's very clean, not a bunch of wires at the moment. I'm sure there will be, but yeah. So, overall, everything seemed pretty nicely packaged. Fairly pleased with it. I think it's going to work good for me. And yeah. Right. He'll be calling me though. Time out. Pause. Ow! Okay, so yeah, thanks for joining me on the 3D Printing Genius, where you can tell I'm a genius by how my tie is tied. If you would like to watch me tie it, just watch real quick. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe button, please, so I can make more videos for you guys. It really means a lot, guys. Yeah. Bye.